Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And we're back once again with a beast episode from your host here at Top Tier Talk. Start small with a classic 1-0 Chelsea win. Expect nothing less with how boring they play football. Ronaldo back to his best with a juicy hat-trick against the Spurs, reminding everyone why he's still a top player. Arsenal on their fifth win in a row now, time against Leicester, fighting for that fourth position, which we all know they'll get. And Watford shocking the world with a 2-1 win over Southampton, battling for their place in the Premier League. Let's get to it. Right, boys, let's get straight into Chelsea because let's be real. 1-0 win. Expect nothing less. Let me guess next week. 1-0 win. Let me guess next week. Maybe a 0-0. Maybe a 2-0.
Wait, are we not going to introduce Chris, the new member?
We'll get to that.
Oh, okay. You want to keep him as a surprise.
I want to keep him as a Spurs introduction.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Ooh, okay, cool. So should I go into it?
Yes,
what
please.
Week as a Chelsea fan, right? Sanctions starting. I feel like it's been the longest week of my life. We're not even going to talk about 3-1 against Norwich. We all predicted Mason Mount stat padding.
We did.
We all said it.
We love you, Mason.
Yeah, we do. So does every girl on TikTok, apparently. But yeah, so 3-1 there against Norwich. Really, really happy with that, considering I think it was on that day where all the sanctions came in. No one going to any more home games apart from season ticket holders. I think all the assets got frozen, everything. So, yeah, it's been tough. But, yeah, we moved. We got 2 wins, and then we played Newcastle 1-0. That touch by Kai Havertz, world class. Starboy, King Kai. And then that was that. I think there was 2 controversial moments in that game. The elbow and the penalty. What do you guys think of it? I said the elbow wasn't a red. I don't think it was intentional, but I did think it was a pen.
The thing is with stuff nowadays with like contacts is they take it way out of proportion nowadays. Like any bit of contact that's maybe near their face or like regardless of if it's intentional or not, they just think, yeah, but it's the red card. But I stand by from what I've said for a couple of weeks ago. I stand by with the fact of like if the referee deems it as to a point where they're like, I don't want you on my pitch anymore. Where it's like everyone in the stadium can be like, he's a dangerous player. We don't want him on the pitch. Fair enough. He's got to go. We all know he's got to go. But as you said, Amit, if it's not intentional and he's just gone like that, come on now. It's a contact sport. Like
it is a contact sport. It looked dangerous.
The replay makes it look like a lot worse than it is. And I think it also was on Dan Burn, who is really tall, and that might have influenced it.
Lanking it, yeah. Do you two, Chavez, Dan, on that one? I think Mane does that a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah,
as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. I haven't seen the elbow. I think the penalty was a penalty.
Yeah, I want to talk about the penalty because that's 3 points to the referees. That's such. Do you know these referees? They're determining this league because straight away
it's bad, isn't it?
For Newcastle, that's a 1-1, 1-0. That's how it should have been. And now Chelsea got 3 points. Doesn't help Arsenal. Doesn't help Man United. And yeah, we've again another week where we're on about referees. I'm waiting for the apology because that's the only sort of hope we have. That at least they acknowledge they made the mistake. We haven't got the apology yet.
Regardless if they acknowledge they made the mistake, though, it's still going to happen. I honestly think that we need to start introducing foreign refs to the Premier League because it gives them a little bit of like a change. It says to the English referees, you're fucking shit, piss off. Let's get someone else in to do a better job. Do you know what I mean?
When you watch the Champions League, you realise how good
how football flows, how people barely pay out their cards. And Premier League, you get Mike Dean, who's a big boy, do you know what I mean? Putting on the pounds. Slapping about the pitch, like dishing out yellow and red cards like it's no tomorrow.
Maybe even if that can't happen, getting 4 refs, maybe get trained by 4 refs at least. Or
you see what I mean?
Just get trained.
Yeah.
Just get trained.
Yeah, that will help.
Can't stand Mike Riley and all these people.
Do you not feel like since VAR has come in, the whole point of VAR was to like clear mistakes and decrease mistakes. But since it's come in, it feels like the mistakes are getting more. And that makes 0 sense because they literally have that as a help to them. I don't get it.
It's more controversial, definitely. But yeah, I think that was a pen as well. The amount of times Trevor Chalobah pulled that shirt, and I think he even
and they kicked him as well.
I'm surprised he didn't even look at it.
Maybe release the group chats. Referees release their group chats because I'd love to see what goes on in there because they actually have full power. They could do what they want. They could say, let's get Chelsea a win tonight. Let's spice it up. We don't know.
Imagine.
Show us your chat.
True. But back to it, that finish by Kai, crazy. What a touch, what a goal. Form's carrying on. And yeah, we're doing good.
Jorginho, great pass.
Great pass again. And
I thought Kai, you
Go on.
expect that, like he's brilliant, but that pass was just, it came out of nothing, didn't it? That goal. It's just at the
Last
end,
minute
random
of the
pass.
game really
Brilliant.
saved us, didn't it?
Got
Needed
you 3
that.
points.
And big up Thomas Tuchel with what's going on this week. The amount of how good he's been in interviews and press conferences. Definitely my manager. What
Kept
a
it
guy.
to himself, which is good.
Yeah, even said he'll drive the 7-seater.
Yeah, safe travels to France. Wherever he goes in, safe travels.
There's
'cause
only 20k we can spend on travelling. I think each day that's a limit. So I don't know what we're going to do, but yeah. And in terms of Roman Abramovich, I think today a Saudi media group, wasn't it? They bidded, I think it was around 2.7 billion for 2.6. So if that goes through, salam alaikum. Bring him on.
He's waited for that.
Oil.
He's waited for that for about
I've
4
waited
hours.
for that one.
Yeah, he's just thinking of that.
But yeah, that's me. Yeah, good.
Because you was good. You were about to say something about VAR, weren't you?
Oh, I was gonna say, when they go to VAR, they say it's for clear and obvious errors. But the thing is, that's even like subjective in itself. Like, how was that not a clear and obvious error? The shirt pull on, I think, Murphy, the Newcastle player. Like, how did that not go to VAR? That's what my point was. Like, doesn't make
Maybe
any sense
explain
to
it.
me.
Yeah.
Maybe give a post-match interview for referees, and they, justify the big talking.
Yeah,
point
I
of the
actually
game.
like that idea. You know that? I
It's a
actually
very
really
good
like that
idea.
idea.
Put them on the stand, because they could just apologise.
Yeah, put them in court because of how bad they are.
Sorry, this was
Maybe-
wrong.
Fraud monsters.
I think there's someone at Stockley Park, I think, watching the whole game, and they don't just it's not like your Sky Sports red button where someone goes, oh, there's a penalty incident at Stamford Bridge, like someone flicks over to it. I think someone obviously sits there and watch the whole 90 minutes. But I think, as you were saying, with the clear and obvious errors, they've got. What did they go for, a corner or a goal kick? I can't remember. Like from the penalty incident.
No,
It was
I
a
don't
corner. It
remember.
went out for a corner. But that's what I'm saying. So it goes out for a corner. Well, they've got 10, 12 seconds to look at it and go, don't take the corner yet, or play on.
Even though they were taking the piss, it was a pen. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Even if it was 12 seconds, you can see that again. Any replay, that's a pen.
Yeah.
As I say, we could always moan about referees because we'll be moaning about them for the next
it's a
however
weekly
many
thing.
episodes we do. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to change.
I think for next week we should just not mention the word referee. I think we should try and do it.
We can't. That's impossible.
We should try and have an episode where we
That's
don't
so
mention the
hard.
word referee.
Watch
be
next
like
week, something's
five.
going to happen. Some referee's just going to, I don't know, hit
Double
someone.
foot. Oh, actually,
punch a player.
while we're
Here we
on
go,
the
here we
topic of
go.
referees. No. Luton QPR game. Has anyone seen
Waffle.
No,
no,
honestly, the linesman run on the pitch, controlled the ball, and gave a throw into the other team.
They don't have
Yeah, no, I did see that.
That mattered to me.
Still,
That mattered to me. Yeah.
It's a championship.
Maybe open mic the refs. Maybe.
Oh,
Yes.
great ideas.
Mate,
but-
we've all got ideas, but then the Premier League just like Wodonki's like, how do I do this? They can't. How do I make a decision? They can't do it. So, but listen, we can waffle on. But we'll move on to the big boys, and this is where I introduce the man himself. As you can see from the bed sheets behind him.
Yeah.
He's a Spurs fan.
My Tottenham bed sheets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally, a Tottenham opinion on this channel. Like, I think it was long overdue, if you ask me. But I'm here. Give my expert opinions.
That's it. Well, expert opinion or not, 3-2 loss against Man United. Chris, what do you think about that?
Expert.
Oh wow, the game was a crazy game. Like, it kept just ebbing and flowing. The whole game was just like so random. Like, you felt at any moment anything could happen. Like, every time it was like Tottenham went forward, Man United went forward. But I think it was a poor quality game, to be honest. I think both sides played really bad, but there was one difference, and that was Ronaldo. And that first goal was amazing, and he just carried the whole team. Like, when he's in your team, you got a chance. Like, he was the big difference that day. Like, Tottenham, we had nothing. Like, we were just all over the place. We kind of like froze, and that was a bit embarrassing. Like, we played so well in previous weeks, like the Man City game. But with Tottenham at the moment, it's like 1 minute it's really good, the next minute it's really bad. So you just don't know what you're going to get.
I was going to say, as you were saying, really good, really bad. I think your last sort of 6 or 7 games, you've won, lost one, lost one,
Win,
lost one,
lost. Yeah. And that just sums up our inconsistency. It's like, to be a top 4 team, like, you got to put at least 2 wins together. Right now,
Gotta be
it's
Arsenal.
loss. Like
can't.
Arsenal. Yeah. Let's not talk
You're
about Arsenal.
consistent. You're consistently inconsistent.
We're not doing that. So I think in terms of like top 4, we're not going to get it. Like Man United beating us puts them ahead of us. You got Arsenal, who are much better than us at the moment. Even West Ham, Wolves, like Tottenham are actually 8th at the moment because Wolves won and we lost.
Mad,
We're 8th. So we shouldn't be worrying about 4th. We won about fucking 7th, I think. You know, like so we need a reality back in that crap competition again. But at the moment, it's just all over the place. Like as a Tottenham fan, looking forward to the summer. Get players out, get players in. I trust Conte. I trust Paratici. Bring on the summer. Let's get this season done with.
Yeah.
Any particular person you want out, Chris?
Null and
Who do
void.
you want
Null
out?
and void season.
Call someone out.
If there's
Eric
What
Knight,
players that won out?
maybe 1 or 2 that you just definitely just have to go.
Definitely Emerson, the right back. He's dreadful.
we're not the wide 11, did we?
He cannot cross to save his life. He's embarrassing. I would say something like Lucas as well. Doesn't offer much.
Really?
Harry
Really?
Winks. Harry Winks can get in the bin as well. Yeah.
That
To be
Oliver
honest, I
Skip.
get rid of half the team. So yeah, Reguilon, bin. Absolutely bin. Get out. Get out. I'm not messing around. No way. We need a big
You go
change.
with
Big
Son
turnover.
and Kane. That's it. With 2 players.
Son,
That's it.
Kane,
Kulusevski.
Lloris, Romero, they can
Bentancur.
stay. Everyone else, get in the bin. Honestly, bin.
What about Bentancur, that signing for you? Is he
Oh,
not performing?
Bentancur and Kulusevski, they're good. The 2 new guys, they are
Yeah.
good, to be fair. Yeah, but
That's
the
about it.
existing players, no.
Really surprised me with Lucas, Chris. I actually really like Lucas.
I thought,
Well, I
yeah.
think
He peaked at
Kulusevski
Ajax.
come in. Kulusevski come in January, same position, right wing, and like the difference as a Tottenham fan is insane.
He's hit the ground running, hasn't
He's given the front 2 so much more service. Lucas Moore runs like headless chicken. Like I don't know what he does when he's on the pitch, but it's actually embarrassing. Like I don't think he's good enough personally. Like he's had great moments for us, like the Champions League hat trick against Ajax, but I don't rate the guy.
That's fair enough.
Nice.
Chavez, moving on to your United opinion on the 3-2 win. Ronaldo beast back to his top tier moments.
Yeah, that was literally just Ronaldo 3-2 Tottenham, wasn't it? If there's one thing, I know United fans, we don't get much positivity. So when it happens, we like to hold on to it. But now 2 days have gone by and the reality setting in again. We don't deserve top 4. If you watch that game, that's a crime to the sport. If Tottenham or Man United end up in the top 4, we don't. If that's the standard of a top 4 team, a Champions League team in the Premier League, then the Premier League is not what people say it is. So yeah, I think that game confirmed. Like I said it 2 weeks ago when we played the first leg. If we're going to get Champions League, we're going to have to win it. Through the league, I don't see how we're going to do it because Ronaldo doesn't play like that every game. He's not at that level anymore. But when he does, you always have that with him, that chance where he can just suddenly come out of nowhere and do that. So yeah, that for me just confirmed it further. I don't like to be negative because I don't get much chance to not be negative. But yeah, it's unfortunate.
I do want to ask though, I remember as well, because when you said like a couple of weeks back, I remember when Ronaldo's not in the team, your team presses. When he is in the team, they don't press. But then it seems like, as you said, like the Ronaldo show was against Tottenham. So like, what happens? Let's say, for example, if next week like Ronaldo plays, he's not up to his best. What happens? Like, do you just
it's one of those
the Evertons and the Burnleys of the league, you know?
I know we won 3-2, but we didn't actually play well, even with Ronaldo in the team, because when we press, and I only use that as an example of the first half against Man City, it was actually really enjoyable to watch us. I know we lost. We even lost that half 2-1. But with Ronaldo in the team, we're not an enjoyable side to watch, but we get the moments from him. That's how good he is. He can still give you that. So it's a give or take, which it always has been. So for certain games, you have to prepare differently. Like when we play Liverpool, I can't imagine Ronaldo's going to play that game because Liverpool have a certain way of playing and you have to match them. Or you park the bus and play 5 at the back with Ronaldo. I don't know how he's going to do it, but that's the give or take. It's a really tough one. I thought he wouldn't actually start against Spurs. I thought they'd save him for Atletico just because of how he is in second legs of Champions League games. But yeah, it's each week another thing actually that's new for me is I've never been that angry after a game ended because there's certain players in that team.
You summed it up. You said when Maguire scored the own goal, you was like, either me or my dad are going to smash the TV. I hate my life.
Yeah, it's getting to a point where why did Maguire start that game? If you're Bailly or Lindelof and you're sitting on the bench right now, you're thinking to yourself, what is it that I'm doing? Why am I this bad that this person is playing instead of me? And it's going to happen again tomorrow. He's going to start the Champions League game for us second leg knockout against Atletico, and
You're
Bayern
gonna,
Lindelof.
Maguire's going to score a winner in a game, and you're just going to
Like,
be like,
scoring the
nah,
winner in the Champions League final, and then everyone will be
like,
forgiven.
nah, get rid of him, sell him.
I'll
Sell him, get rid of him.
apologise. I will
Not my
apologise.
captain.
But the thing is, another thing, Ralph says that Rashford plays really well in training, which is what warrants him starting games as well. But can they release that footage? Because surely a player that plays so consistently well over the last 2 months and training then plays, like, how can he play? You know, Rashford has actually, if you on a reel, Rashford has played 15 terrible games in a row now, and no other player would get away with that. Players, like, he's very protected, for obvious reasons. He's done a lot, but on a footballing level, this guy is very, I don't know. I've never seen a player get away with this much so far. He's getting lucky, I think, with the fan base, because I don't know how much longer it can go on for him playing terrible.
I had a quick question for you, Chavez. With PSG losing in the Champions League, maybe Poch is out end of the season. Would you want him over Ten Hag? Because
okay, let's pretend I'm the Glazers. Let's pretend
Yeah.
I'm the Glazers. I have Ten Hag who I can buy for I love playing this game. I have Ten Hag who I can buy out and pay a lot of money to get out of Ajax and come here, or I can get Pochettino who could inevitably be sacked for zero. What am I going to do? It's a very easy answer.
Would you want
I'm going to get the free.
Pochettino?
Yeah, the free option. The free option could be Eddie Howe. They'll go for Eddie Howe. They don't care about, like, they don't want to buy a manager out that's going to cost them money. They'll go for the cheaper option. I'm confident we'll get Poch in the summer. Another thing, actually, with Poch gets disrespected, to be honest. Chris, you'll agree with this. United fans say treat Poch like he's some disabled manager. He's quite a good manager. I mean, we'd be lucky. I think we'd be lucky to have him. The way he managed Tottenham under the circumstances, Tottenham's an impossible job. Mourinho didn't complete it. Conte is suffering. Conte's losing hair. Mourinho lost hair. And Poch did all right. I thought Poch, with Spurs, how they don't win trophies, got to a final. So what is it that's so bad? I mean, we can't.
I think it's the PSG with the superstars he has and going.
The thing is with Poch though at PSG as well, he was brought in simply to win the Champions League.
No, but
I mean, that is his.
You play with 8 men. You start with 8 men on the
Shut
pitch.
up, Daniel. I'm joking.
Every manager has also failed at PSG though. Like
That's
even
true.
Tuchel, for example.
Exactly, that's a good point.
Emery, he lost that famous game, the 6-1 game, if you remember. So no one's succeeded at PSG either. It's a really difficult job.
We should respect Poch a bit more, because the way he's being treated around right now is as if he's just the worst option on planet Earth. Yeah, he's done something. He's murdered someone. He hasn't. He got Tottenham to a Champions League final with no money.
Okay, cool.
It's true.
All right. Well, moving on to the Gunners. Boys, 2-0 win against Leicester. Did anyone watch it?
Of course.
Yeah.
I did watch
Highlights. To watch the Odegaard masterclass.
He is the best thing I think has happened in this transfer window. That guy runs about like it's no tomorrow. 30 million for that boy. It's perfect. I think with that team, I remember I was speaking to someone actually about it. That our attack, I'd say, let's say for example, we buy like a number 9 in the summer, who's young, maybe like a Lautaro Martinez or like a young 24-year-old or something like that, for example. We've got such a good attack that it's so young that they're here for about 7 years. We've got Smith Rowe, we've got Odegaard, we've got Saka, we've got Martinelli. It's built and it's so good at the moment that their form is absolutely fantastic. Do you know what I mean? You go to me and you talk to me about, like, let's say, for example, Saka. Does he get into your squad, Chavez?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you see what I mean? Like, he gets into like a Man United. He gets into, maybe, dare I say, when he gets to Chelsea, man?
Squad, yeah. I reckon he'd start. No?
Yeah. Do you see what I mean? Would you? So, what about Odegaard, Chavez? Would you put Odegaard on your team?
I love Odegaard. I want to say a piece about Odegaard because the guy. So I miss Ozil. I think a lot of Premier League fans miss Ozil. I know.
He is. Yeah.
He wasn't very consistent, but the way he was, there's not many people like him, is there? So to see Odegaard, he's not Ozil, but the way he plays, it's like we're watching a reincarnation. Just the way he moves about. And there aren't many players like that. I haven't seen one personally that reminds me of Ozil until this guy. So it's nice to see him in the league. He's what Arsenal needed in that 10 position.
It goes to show why he got bought by Real Madrid at 16 years old. Do you know what I mean? He's showing his proper worth. Because I remember when he felt like last year, was it last year? Yeah, it was last year when we played him. Obviously, everyone was a bit shaky about him playing as a number 11. Everyone was like, oh, he's come from Real Madrid. He's not really performing. But this season, for some reason, he's hit the ball rolling. He's a permanent transfer, and it's been fantastic ever since. What were you going to say, Chris? Sorry?
I was going to talk about Eriksen, but no, don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh, we can have a piece about Eriksen.
What were you going to say?
Though, before go on, let go Chris go first. And then,
Oh, me. I was just gonna say, in terms of like those playmakers, like number 10 position, the only one Tottenham have had that's anywhere near like that is Ericsson. And he's playing. He's just come back for Brentford, so that's really good, isn't it?
It's
he's
nice.
doing very
It's nice to
well,
see.
isn't he? He's playing well.
He got 2 assists on Saturday.
Yeah. What I was
Easy
going to
playmaker.
say is, what you said was important. Do you know that Real Madrid, that young, when they bought him when he was like 16 or something, it's something that's over his head all the time.
Pressure.
And I think since coming to Arsenal, exactly, pressure. I think especially this season, that's kind of gone. Or it feels like there's no doubt about him.
Yeah.
He's been so good for you. For 30 million in this day and age, in
Cheap
this
as
transfer
chips.
market, it's fantastic.
And it takes a year. I mean, we're seeing it with every player now that comes from abroad.
Exactly.
Sancho,
Yeah.
it almost took a few months. So, yeah, it's worked out.
Definitely.
But then that's the thing. Like, I know, obviously, I've been saying it for like years though, ever since we bought him. Martinelli, for example. Like, I remember you guys were saying, he's all right. But I was continually saying on him, I was like, he's sick, and everything like that. And this season, he started to shine properly, hasn't he? He's nicked that left attacking midfield position off Emile Smith-Rowe. And don't get me wrong, Emile Smith-Rowe has been absolutely fantastic this season. Do you remember when he came on as a sub, assists, scores? Do you know what I mean? Consistently. And then unfortunately, he got a little bit injured. Martinelli came in, but filled his boots. Do you know what I mean? There wasn't a time. Do you know when you look at your sub bench, you think, I've got to put him on for just for the minute because someone else is injured. No, you look at him and think, that's actually a strong sub to replace Emile Smith-Rowe for the moment. And now Emile Smith-Rowe's having a hard time getting back in that squad, and it must kill him. But then that's the thing. That's what's good about having a young, hungry attack. And I do have to say something about Lacazette as well. I really appreciate him being a number 9 role because he plays it so fucking well. He's hold-up play. Don't get me wrong. We've got Saka and Martinelli on the right who just come in and just like fill in as inverted wingers. And the fact that Lacazette can obviously hold them back and just like basically keep it there until someone's made a run is fantastic. And you've got to clap your hands for him because I think there was a way when Aubameyang was playing for us, for example, as a striker, we kind of relied too much on him, where there wasn't enough going out to Saka, there wasn't enough going out to Smith-Rowe when he was playing in that position. We were relying too much on the ball through to Aubameyang because we're thinking, he's our star man, he's our striker. Like your Ronaldo, for example, Chavez, but now.
He's
now,
your talisman, everything goes through him.
Yeah,
but
so
now
you've got to build a team around him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas now we've kind of built a team without him and it's worked fantastically. I do have to admit as well, Xhaka and Partey in the middle have been superb. Absolutely superb recently. I have to tip my hat off. Like, Partey's finally got his goal. I love to see it. See him shooting from about 30 yards out all the time, and now he's finally got his head out from the corner.
Scored inside the 6-yard box.
We'll take it. But yeah, honestly, there's no fault in that team. You know, I had an agenda against Cedric because he's a bit of a donkey last season, but he's lived up to a good right. Like, obviously, I'd still take Tomiyasu at right back when he comes back, but he's been doing decent for us. Tierney's been classic. Do you know what I mean? Like Ben White, remember there was a stat, I don't know what it was, but he's been superb for us this season as well. I do have to say, at the start of the season, it was a bit shaky, but look, we're getting the wins at the end of the day. We're fourth now, and we're climbing that ladder. Do you know what I mean? We've got Liverpool. Do you know what? I stay by this. Yeah, I'm going to put a prediction out there. If we beat Liverpool is it midweek?
Yep.
Yeah, 2 days.
If we beat Liverpool midweek, we're coming third.
I've already said this. Well, not
Cool.
Liverpool. We'll get to the predictions, but we have said this from the start. This is going to come back to us. Arsenal getting third this season.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm still optimistic about us getting third, but if we beat Liverpool in midweek, that will solidify it 100% because Liverpool are amazing at the moment. So we'll have to see. But moving on to Daniel Brands.
Best still last.
It's still last. He's got the shirt on.
Yeah, what a shirt this is. Fine for you. What a shirt.
You haven't taken it off, have you? Since is that what it is?
Nah.
Since Sunday.
Remember that advert?
Slept in
Dan?
it, went to work in
Remember
it.
the advert?
Yeah, was it phones for you?
Phones for you.
I'll whip it out at the end of the season if we stay up. I'll re-cut the advert.
Recut it.
You won't be
That's
whipping
what
out anything then.
But Dan, so 2-1. 2-1, brother.
I'd
Were you
like-
expecting a 2-1 win?
I'd like to stop you there. On Thursday, we lost 4-0 to Wolves.
I'm trying to get you a little bit of happiness. I'm trying to ignore that 4-0 win. I'm trying-
We'll land on a high note, and it also leads into to what I'll say later on.
4-0
I don't know what happened. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Kicking
we were
chairs.
3-0 down. We were 3-0 down inside 22 minutes or whatever it was. Like it was an awful performance. It was an own goal. Foster gave away the ball from kicking it out. It was everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. And then after the game, Hodgson comes out and goes, "We nearly drew the second half." You lost. We still lost the second half, and we lost the first one 3-0.
Thing is, the thing I'll say about that though, is you lost 4-0 to a Wolves team who are currently challenging for the top 4.
But they hadn't won in like 3 or 4 games.
No, I know, but I'm still saying like they're up there. As Chris said, like the Tottenham who are an 8 from Wolves are like 7 for 6 or something. They are so good at the moment.
Wolves could easily get top 4, but we I know Chavez has said it before about United. Just we're so bipolar. Like, we beat Villa 1-0, we draw to United 0-0, lose to Arsenal 3-2, but I feel like we played all right in that game. And then we go and lose 4-0. And then we go again. Elliot and Amir, you were unfortunately dragged down to Southampton. I thought we played quite well. I thought it was a good game of football.
You did. I'll have to give it to you. Sissoko has no composure to save his life. Bless him.
No, the other midfielder. Yeah, Chris knows about that. But Kuchka's cross for Kucho's second goal was a thing of beauty. First time cross of his weak foot, just looped over the defence and landed directly on his foot at the far post.
Remember before that though, he hustled and won that 1v1 battle to get.
He had a good game.
But also after that, he did bottle a 1v1 massively that should have made 3-0 and killed the game off.
Yeah.
The goal we conceded was quite sloppy. It was from a set piece. We gave away a lot of free kicks for a team that's got Ward-Prowse in it. It's just stupid.
Yes, it's not good.
No, you just don't. Like, we've given up. We started off. We actually had one clear. They had one clear off the line. Sorry, in about 2 minutes in as well. We didn't start well. We scored the 2 goals again. It could have been more. Conceded an unnecessary goal, but unlike us, we actually held on. It was a very nervy last 15, 20 minutes. Yeah. Again, second half, we played well, but we still given away a lot of free kicks. Ward-Prowse literally grazed the crossbar with one with about 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, I remember that.
Also, following on from my point, the Wolves game where I said about Foster gave it straight to Jimenez from a goal kick. His save in injury time from a header from a corner was class. He won us for 3 points.
The handball, Dan.
I haven't actually seen it back.
It looked a bit ropey when I had to.
Yeah. And then also, they could have had a. I'm not defending it. If it's a penalty, it's a penalty. But they also could. I feel like they could have had a red card as well. Again, I haven't watched the Bednarek one when he come into
the one when he took him out. I do.
Yeah,
it's tough though because we're standing far away from it. We can't really see it. It was
a hard tackle and the ball had gone. But again, as I said, I haven't actually had time.
I'll have to watch it back to properly look at it. But
I haven't had time to watch it back. But we got 3 points. Unfortunately, as I said to Chris, you win loss. Yeah. Our next game is Liverpool away. So
join the crew. Well, we're at home actually, but join the crew, Liverpool.
Yeah, it's where we're getting.
We'll get dick.
Yeah.
Hey, when you lost though, wouldn't you, Dan? Like for Watford, that's good. Like to win like every game, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but
is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there's not really more win-loss.
You can't go into that game optimistic, I'm afraid.
Loss. Win. Loss.
Yeah. We'll have to see anyway. But that sums up this match week. We'll have to. It's been a bit of fun one actually, as you say. Like Ronaldo's finally come out of his shell a bit to come back and get a hat trick, like back to his winning ways. Poor Chris. And then what a game to do it. But yeah. We'll leave it up to Amir now to do the predictions. Read out the table as well, brother. It's shaken up a bit, isn't it?
What a week! Me going from bottom to first. I got 2 correct scores. So Real Madrid.
The Arsenal agenda kept you.
Yeah. Real Madrid. Yeah, that's true. So Real Madrid, PSG. I predicted 3-1. I don't know why I did it, but that was true. I don't know how Benzema masterclass. And then Chelsea 1-0 against Newcastle. I also predicted. So that's put me top. Dan's second now. First time he's not been first in a while.
Yeah,
20 points. 3 points behind me. It can all change each week. We've got Chavez 18 points, and then L 17, and then Chris. We're going to do it like a derby.
Chris is rock bottom.
He's going to be
I've been
rock bottom
deducted
behind.
points. I'm here now.
Chris's ball knowledge is probably better than all of us, so I wouldn't be surprised if he
I
comes.
know Chris. He probably works for Sky Bet. He knows what's going to happen already.
He's going to know. He's going back to the future.
He pays the
doesn't know
referees.
everything.
He's the
You
one.
get the football manager out.
I'm
get the
sure Chris
database
will
going.
get 2 or 3 correct scores, and he's going to be up there. I reckon.
Probably.
But yeah,
Never know.
that's
Never
the
know.
table.
So,
We'll see.
Chavez, we'll start with you guys then. And United's next game. Who
Yeah,
they got?
since it's tomorrow, we're playing in the biggest game of our season, biggest game in the last 3 years, I reckon, for us. United Atletico in the Champions League tomorrow night. I don't know. It's so hard to predict.
What's the
United.
aggregate score at the moment?
It's a draw, isn't it? So the away goals are gone.
Yeah,
I think it will be the opposite. This time there will be a lot of goals. United will go for it because they learned that Atletico aren't as good as what we thought they would be. I reckon we'll win 3-2. It'll be a classic Champions League, and Ronaldo will score. Suarez will hopefully get sent off at Old Trafford. We all want to see that.
He bites Maguire.
Yeah, Maguire gets a shoulder. No, again, I can't say Maguire should get injuries. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Suarez bites a player, a centre back in our team, who then has to be out for a few weeks to recover.
Maybe for the rest of the season. Maybe.
Poor Varane.
Poor Phil Jones.
Yeah.
Well, Bissaka playing at centre back.
Right, what do you guys think then? Are we going through?
I was at 3-1 United.
Oh, jeez.
I'd say 3-2 as well, Chavez. You know that. I'd say
a lot of confidence. Whenever this happens, we lose, by the way. So
Yeah, good. 5-0 United.
United will go through.
Oh, so let's go through. Chris knows.
yeah, okay, here we go.
All
United
in.
through. Chris says it.
What's the score?
What do you think the score will be, Chris?
2-1.
What minute will the first goal happen in, Chris?
Yeah.
What second next? I'll go 23rd.
You know what?
I'll
Swear to
start
God,
watching
if
from the
this happens-
23rd.
Yeah, let
Go.
me tune in. Let me tune in
I'll
at
go
about
1-0
20.
United. 1-0. I reckon United will take it. We're all going United. Yeah.
We're all going United, and now Atletico will win 1-0 at Old Trafford. Oh, God. All right.
With Suarez scoring it.
So the next game, we'll go in the order of just the calendar. Arsenal, Liverpool, big games. This is such a big game, by the way, because if Arsenal
Yeah, it
win
is a
this
big
game, this is bonus points for Arsenal. They don't
We're
need
at
to
home as
win
well,
this.
aren't we?
Yeah.
Emirates.
They can lose, but
The
I think
No, but
league.
it's the Emirates, isn't it?
2-all.
2-2.
Ooh, 2-2.
They'll get a result.
I'm
I
going
reckon
to go
2-1.
He's going 2-1.
I reckon Martinelli will score the winner.
He just lost Martinelli.
I'll
I'm
go
being serious. 2-1.
2-0 Liverpool. I can't see
2-2.
Liverpool.
2-2. Let Chris go last in each one, just so we
What'd
know.
you say,
what the
Chris?
choice is.
Okay.
I'm going to say 3-1 Liverpool. I'm sorry, Al, but
No, that's
I
fine.
think Liverpool.
Look,
pushing for
whoever
the
says
league.
Liverpool, I don't blame him.
Right,
Congrats,
Chris
congrats,
scoring the
Liverpool.
first goal.
Arsenal in great
Chris
form,
scoring the
but
first one.
Yeah.
for
We'll see,
Liverpool,
though.
I'll go like Mane can get the first one, maybe.
Oh,
What
you're
minute?
going to let him. You'll let him.
What
You can
minute?
have it.
15.
You give him
What
permission. From what end?
I don't know who's going to win the coin toss, mate.
Okay, wait. Keep
What
forgetting.
did you say, Chavez? Who did you say?
I said 2-0. I think they'll get a draw out of it because this will mark the progression of Arsenal that we're seeing.
That's it.
Aston Villa versus Arsenal on Saturday. Then these are hard ones because this is just one of those.
3-1
Where Villa,
Arsenal.
3-0 Arsenal.
I will say 2-2.
1-0 Arsenal.
Yes, Semi!
3-1 Arsenal.
Yeah. See, 3 goals is definitely happening. So we've all said 3. Except Yushevsky. Yeah.
So that's Arsenal done. We would have had Liverpool United, but that got cancelled. Tottenham West Ham. Tottenham home. That's
Big game.
another big
You
game.
know what? No, here we go.
We've got Brighton during the week on Wednesday night.
Sorry.
So for that game, firstly, I think I'll go draw. I know Tottenham have been win loss at the moment, but we're going to draw one at some point. I'll say 1-1. I don't know what you guys think of that one.
I reckon
Right.
just
Well,
4-0
to be
Tottenham. 4-0 Tottenham.
I reckon you're going to hate him as well, Chris, after this game. Your Malpai's going to score. You're going to hate him.
Yeah, he's that troll that always scores against
Keep
your
up
team.
top. Yeah, I know.
And on Sunday we've got West Ham at home.
Wait,
before
a minute,
playing-
Dan. Brighton thingy. What were you saying?
I'll say 2-0.
2-0 Spurs. Oh my God. What the
Dan 2-0 Spurs as well.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Cool. What was the next, Chris? Tottenham West Ham.
West Ham.
Yeah, on Sunday. I'm gonna go with 2-1.
I reckon you'll win
Tottenham.
that.
I think
Yeah,
Tottenham
I reckon you'll win that. I hate to say it, but I reckon you'll win it. So I reckon 2-0. 2-0 Tottenham.
2-1 West Ham.
I agree with the Spurs when West Ham have got Sevilla on Thursday. And I think that's going to
Oh shit!
Affect
Now I
them,
regret
take a
mine.
toll on them. So I'm going to go Spurs win.
I'll still say West Ham win. Sevilla, they'll get some confidence from getting knocked out by Sevilla.
yeah.
West
Yeah,
Ham ain't going
Spurs.
through against Sevilla.
What's your score?
3-0. 3-0 Spurs.
That is all the football.
Confident that.
What
Right,
about Chelsea?
Chelsea.
Oh,
We've got
wait.
nil.
There's
No, Chelsea.
Chelsea. There was
FA Cup up there.
so many games, and there's FA Cup and nothing to do with us. But yeah, Chelsea, Lille, Chelsea traveling up to France in a mode of transport
1-1.
we don't know.
1-1, you'll still go through it. 1-1 still go through it.
Lukaku on a moped travelling down. The Eurozone.
Tuchel's going to drive us to victory. So 1-0 Chelsea.
That is a stinker of a
All
joke.
this news, I think, is just driving Chelsea players like mentally to do even better. I think they'll just win again. 2-0. Lukaku will get one. Yeah, Chris.
I could go for a draw maybe. Like Chelsea
Yeah,
have already got an
that's what I'm
advantage, so
thinking.
a draw is just gets them through.
Exactly.
I think 1-1 maybe.
Yeah, I say,
Cool.
yeah, see?
You're so happy that you predicted the same thing.
Yeah. He's right. He's going to be
I'll
right.
say 2-0 again.
Don't be too
2-0
happy.
again. 2-0 again.
To what? Lille?
That's Chelsea. Like as in
Oh,
like,
okay.
as it was in the first leg.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So
So we don't have any more Chelsea games or anything?
No,
Yeah,
we're
'cause-
not playing.
no one's playing the FA Cup unless you don't want to predict. Nah, we're not going to predict FA Cup games. That's dead.
We're in the
Well,
FA.
who's Watford playing? Who's Watford
No,
playing?
but
We haven't got, no, it was Everton, but got cancelled because they're in the
oh,
FA Cup.
you are. Oh my god, how
We've
many
got
games?
Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough.
We're in the game for 3 weeks.
Burnley.
Middles-
No, Jackie, yeah,
Nah, Middlesbrough, Chelsea. So Middlesbrough have to carry us
4-1.
on.
I reckon 4-1 because I reckon Middlesbrough will score. They'll get all bigged up and then bang 4-1.
Nah, it's got
Chris
to be
has
2-1
nightmares with
Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough. Chris, you have nightmares
think-
with Middlesbrough.
Well, I did as well.
Middlesbrough aren't easy. They're quite organised. They're just a typical like annoying FA Cup team. But I do think Chelsea will edge it like maybe 2-1.
I reckon 4-1.
Yeah.
Mad.
3-0 Chelsea.
Also 3-1. 3-1 Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Cool.
Cool. That is definitely all the football now, unless we want to predict the Inter game. So we're going to it.
Yeah,
Why
we're going
not?
to-
Do it.
Well, since
Oh,
we're
yeah.
going to Inter Fiorentina,
2-0 into the Milan.
imagine Fiorentina win and we're sitting with the Inter
Oh,
fans.
imagine,
It's
yeah,
got to be.
progress.
It's got to be an Inter win. 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0.
Inter. Let's
Yeah,
say
it's
2-0.
got-
Yeah, let's go together.
3-0 Inter. No knowledge.
2-1
behind.
Inter, Edin Dzeko, rolling back the years. Come on.
Yeah.
You're going to go there 0-0.
Oh, you're a terrible person.
Yeah, what are you
Oh,
doing that for?
cruel.
You put that in the atmosphere now.
We're traveling the whole country to see 0-0. Okay, that's it.
Fair enough.
Negative energy, Dan.
Vibes.
As per usual from a Watford fan. But anyway,
We won.
that wraps up our game week for this week. And Chris, thank you very much for coming on to this game week this week, buddy. Really appreciate you being
Loved
here.
it. Loved it.
Nah,
Back
no
next
problem.
week.
No problem. Yeah, 100%. Get another Spurs. We'll have to see what happens anyway next time. But no, it's been fantastic this week. Thank you for everyone who's been watching, and we'll see you next week for another juicy episode.